E3 2016 has come and gone, and with it our first in-depth look at The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Our first glimpse of this game was way back at E3 2014, and after taking a gander at the game's hero, many wondered, is this Link female? Naturally, several outlets asked series producer Eiji Aonuma about this, and he answered in a seemingly amused, can neither confirm nor deny fashion, telling Game Informer, another interesting comment I've heard, quite frequently actually, is that, oh, Link's a woman. Link is female now. That might be something that consciously we kinda did, but not to say anything specific. I am not saying anything specific, but I am hoping people continue to comment, and I will continue to follow the fan comments and reactions to the trailer. When VentureBeat asked about Link's physical appearance, he cheekily said, no one explicitly said that that was Link. 6 months later, he told MMGN, actually, that comment I made jokingly. It's not that I said that it wasn't Link. It's that I never said that it was Link. It's not really the same thing, but I can understand how it could be taken that way. It seems like it is kind of taken off where people are saying, oh, it's a female character, and it just kind of grew. But my intent in saying that was humor. I don't want people to get hung up on the way Link looks, because ultimately, Link represents the player in the game. I don't want to define him so much that it becomes limiting to the players. I want players to focus on other parts of the trailer and not specifically on the character, because the character Link represents, again, the player. Fast forward to this year's E3, and fans were still excitedly debating the possibility of a female Link, or the option to select your protagonist's gender at the start of the adventure. Some even saw the two Links on the E3 attendee badge lanyards as male and female. But, as it turned out, the Link in the latest Legend of Zelda game is, once again, a male. So, as you would expect, Aonuma was asked about this, and his responses were mind-bogglingly nonsensical. Explaining to Kotaku why Nintendo decided to once again go with a male Link, he said, you know there's the idea of the Triforce in the Zelda games we make. Uh-huh. The Triforce is made up of Princess Zelda, Ganon, and Link. Well, pieces of the Triforce, itself a relic embodying the essences of the three gods who created Hyrule, are often held or sought by the various iterations of Link, Zelda, and Ganon, but whatever, go on. Princess Zelda is obviously female. Every incarnation of Zelda thus far has been female, yeah. If we made Link a female, we thought that would mess with the balance of the Triforce. What? How? What balance? What are you talking about? When has gender ever had anything to do with who holds which piece of the Triforce? Why would it? Hell, the three gods the Triforce represents are all female. Not only is this answer nonsensical, it's not even consistent with the series canon. There is literally nothing in the lore that says Triforce balance, whatever that means, can only be maintained if those who wield the pieces are a specific gender makeup. It's like Aonuma was caught completely off guard by this question and just uttered a bunch of gibbering malarkey in a panicked scramble for something to say. Which is odd because he and Nintendo PR had to know this question was coming. Not only has excited chatter surrounded the possibility of a female Link remained constant for 2 years, but he'd already been asked about it several times since E3 2014. Anyway, that's just what he said to Kotaku about Link's gender. Here's what he told GameSpot. We thought about it and decided that if we're going to have a female protagonist, it's simpler to have Princess Zelda as the main character. That's one thing you could do, sure. But if we have Princess Zelda as the main character who fights, then what is Link going to do? Literally anything, from nothing at all to aiding Zelda on her quest. You know, the same stuff Zelda herself has been doing for the last 30 years in the game series that sports her name. Quit jerking our collective chain, Aonuma. You're not going to convince anyone that Nintendo, home to some of the most creative people on the planet, honestly can't come up with anything for Link to do if he's not the lead. Why, the mere notion is positively absurd. But that's not all. No. Aonuma made a perfect trifecta of nonsense comments to the press last week. GameSpot also asked why Link was right-handed. After all, with the exception of 2012's Skyward Sword, Link has always been a lefty. Aonuma's answer? In terms of right-handedness of things, when we think about which hand Link is going to use, we think about the control scheme. With the gamepad, the buttons you'll be using to swing the sword are on the right side, and thus, he's right-handed. The buttons you use to swing the sword have always been on the right side. We've been happily pressing buttons on the right side of various controllers to swing a sword held in Link's left hand for decades. Aonuma, have you been hitting the sauce? Aonuma's answers were so confoundingly nonsensical that the conspiracy theorist in me wonders if his ridiculous responses were specifically engineered to throw us off the scent of the real truth behind Link's gender in Breath of the Wild. Maybe Nintendo's afraid of spoiling something it wants to keep a surprise. What if Link's gender in Breath of the Wild isn't arbitrary? What if Link is male in the new game because he has to be? Okay? Under what circumstances would Link have to be male? I have a theory. Would you like to hear it? If not, shut off the video. Okay, look at how Breath of the Wild starts. Link is awakened from some kind of stasis pod that appears to have been keeping him on ice until the day he is needed. Well, you wouldn't do that with some random schmo, so this Link must be a known quantity. Someone the powers that be know has a shot at saving Hyrule when things go south. But who is he? Obviously, whoever's been keeping him around as a trump card knows who he is, but do we? I think we do. Why does Link have to be male? He has to be male for the same reason he has to be right-handed. Because the Link in Breath of the Wild is the same Link from Skyward Sword. Oh yeah. Did I just blow your mind? Probably not, after all. If this Link is one we've met before, Skyward Sword's Link is the only one he could be because that's the only other Link who's right-handed. Plus, they do look pretty similar. And not for nothing, the first shirt he gets in Breath of the Wild is similar to the shirt he wears in Skyloft at the beginning of Skyward Sword. You see, Nintendo didn't want to spoil the surprise of Link's true identity, and that's why Aonuma deliberately provided news outlets with ludicrous answers when asked about Link's gender. At least, I find that reasoning more palatable than other possible explanations. Tangent time! This is Tsubasa from Tokyo Mirage Sessions. See these marks here? Those are what the always classy internet lovingly refer to as vagina bones. They're a common animation trick used to denote the separation between a fit character's lower abdominals and their hips. As it happens, one of the many bafflingly nonsensical localization decisions made for the Western release of the game was to erase Tsubasa's vagina bones. Is Nintendo under the impression that vagina bones are offensive to Western audiences? It doesn't seem to be. After all, Link was allowed to keep his.